Hey there, welcome. Today I am super excited to show you kind of an inside peek of a curriculum company that has been around for a long time. They are tried and true, and that is Sonlight. So they sent me this package of Intro to American History, the first of two parts, the first of 2 years. And so in exchange for an honest review. And so I'm gonna give you a peek inside this curriculum and show you what it looks like. It's full of scripture reading and map work and read-alouds and rich literature, and I think that you're really going to like this curriculum a lot. So if you are looking for just a really literature-rich curriculum option for your elementary students to study early American history, this is a video you are not going to want to miss. So I have peeked through this curriculum. I have checked it all out. I have checked out how the instructor's guide works and all of that good stuff. I've taken notes for you guys, and I have unpacked it all, but I've put it all back in the box so that I can take it all out again and show you guys what it all looks like piece by piece, and show you how to set up your instructor's guide, which I think is kind of important for this curriculum, because if you're the type of person that just wants it all planned out for you, you do not want to sit for hours and figure out how you're going to fit all of the different read-alouds in that you want to get done, and all of the different all of the pieces of literature that you want to get done for that particular study. It's already done for you, which is really nice. So I'm going to show you all of this, take it all out of the box piece by piece so you can see what's included in this curriculum, and then put together the instructor's guide for you and show you a closer look at that and how this would work in your homeschool. All right, so this is what the instructor's guide looks like. It's kind of this loose leaf, all put together for you like this, which we'll take a peek at in a closer look in a second. And then it also comes with this binder, so you don't have to worry about trying to find something extra. This is included for you. This is one of the important parts of the curriculum. This is something that you're going to refer to often, and it's just a visual encyclopedia for American history. Another part about this curriculum that I really loved is this map that it comes with. It also comes with some markers that are buried down there. We'll find those in a second, but this is a super useful tool to visualize what you're studying. So you're going to be kind of going back and forth between world history and your US map. And so this is a really helpful tool as well. And then I'm going to quickly just show you some of the different books that are included in this curriculum. And then last but not least, it also comes with this awesome timeline book. We have one of these that we've been filling in for a couple of years now. I absolutely love it because it just is a great way to visualize what you're studying in history, and you can flip back to what you've done in separate years. And this is something that you can have in your homeschool and then just continue to use it throughout all of the years of your homeschooling. And so then it also comes with the timeline pieces that you cut out as you go, as you study the different things, and you glue them into your timeline book, which is really cool. So that is a ton of books. I realize that it's a crazy amount of books. And that can be kind of overwhelming. When I first opened it, I was like, there is no way that I could read this many books with my kids over the course of a school year. But then when I started looking at it a little bit closer, I checked out the instructor's guide, and I realized that this is such a, for lack of a better word, this is such a dummy-proof curriculum, because you can literally follow along they have a 4-day week schedule. So you only have to do this 4 days a week, Monday through Thursday, or whatever works for your schedule really. And just follow along with what they have planned out for you, and you will accomplish the whole curriculum in the span of 36 weeks. So I'm going to put together this instructor's guide, but I wanted to point out a couple of things. You can see how this is just super, it's just so easily laid out in the way that you can just look at it. You can have your dates at the top of the page. Right here is just a very simple chart to tell you what week you're on. So it's just, you can just very easily kind of visualize how much you have left, how much you have finished. And they have it laid out here based on the Bible section, the history and geography section, the read alouds, and then the readers that your kids will do on their own, which I think is great. I've always kind of incorporated this, given my kids, you know, done read alouds together, but then also given them books for them to go and read on their own, which I think is really important. So they're kind of owning their own education as well. It's not just me teaching everything at even a young age. Even, you know, a 4th grade level, 3rd grade level that can read well on their own could definitely take some of these readers and read them themselves. So I'm going to put this together, and we're going to look at that. You have sections 1 through 36, which lays out each week. And then in the back, you have some section 3 and section 4, which are some other helps for the teacher. You also have this pocket in the back, which is super helpful. And what you can do with this is, instead of just holding your Sonlight stuff, you can also, any other, you know, grammar pages or spelling pages or anything like that that you wanted to store behind each week, you could very easily have those printed and hole punched and kind of set here behind your week of Sonlight, which I think would be very, very beneficial. So all you do is you take these week by week, you pop them into your binder, and I'm going to show you what this kind of looks like a little bit closer. So you can see here, the top section is for Bible. This is week 1. You can see that chart that I was kind of telling you about up here that tells you what week you're on. And then this gives you a parent Bible reading for the day, which is helpful, and then also a student reading for the day, which they will read out of the Student Discoverer's Bible. And this is that Bible that your kids will read out of every day with you. It's got kind of a larger print, which is nice. There's also some different Bible helps in here, which is also very nice for kids. Some pictures as well, which is always fun. And so that is what they will read out of each day as well. And then you also have, each week you are memorizing something different. So for week 1, you're going to be memorizing the first 2 verses in Psalm 8, and then in the second week, you're going to just add on a couple more verses. So that's kind of how that works. And then also, there is a CD that it came with as well, and each week you're going to be working on a different hymn, which I love, and this is what that looks like. The next thing that you're going to see is the history and geography section. So what this means is, this kind of is when you are reading from your main text of the study. And for this study, it is the Beginner's American History, and then also this Smithsonian Visual Encyclopedia that we kind of peeked at before. And so you will read little snippets out of each one of those every day, and you can see kind of how it's laid out here. It's just a couple of pages at a time. And then it also gives the option of adding on a lap book as well, which I always love to add on hands-on projects and things like that. So if you are that kind of homeschooler, you can do this, and you can choose not to if you don't want to. The next part here is the read aloud section. And these are obviously going to change throughout the year as you finish them and pick up new ones. Your child is also going to be studying poetry throughout the year, which I really, really like these books. I'm going to show you a peek inside of this introduction to poetry. So this is what this looks like. You're just going to be reading a little bit about out of here each week, and it's just a very rich, comprehensive look at poetry kind of throughout history, and it gives lots and lots of different information. It doesn't just tell you a bunch of poems, it tells you kind of the stories behind poems. It tells you about some of the poets behind the famous poems that we know. And I really, really like these books. All right, so here is the binder all put together, all 36 weeks. And I wanted to show you too, this is the look, you know, kind of the week at a glance look. And then behind that, I wanted to just show you really quick. It kind of goes through each different thing on the schedule. There's notes, there's questions to ask. It tells you when to add things to the timeline, things to discuss, and all kinds of more information there to just help guide you in your teaching. Okay, so I hope that this peek inside this Sonlight curriculum was helpful. The books that they choose for these different units they're just so rich, and these are books that your kids are going to remember. And these are a couple that I pulled out that I've read with some of my older kids that I am excited to read with my younger kids now. Sarah, Plain and Tall, just a classic. These Hazardous Tales, Nathan Hale's Hazardous Tales. These are really, really good books that my older kids enjoyed reading. And in fact, one of my kids saw me pull this out and he was like, I kind of want to read that. So these are really great history books. Johnny Tremain, also a classic. And I think there might be like an old movie that goes with this as well. Maybe, don't quote me on that, but I think that there is, which would be a fun thing to tie in. And then these Christian Hero series are so excellent. We've read a bunch, but we actually have not read this one, so that will be a good one to add in. This Fever of 1793 is a really good kind of, it's not really a mystery, but it's an intense story that your kids just really get sucked into, so that's a good one as well. Same with this one, The Witch of Blackbird Pond. This is a really good one as well. Elizabeth George Spear is just a really good writer. And then Jean Fritz is also one of our favorites, The Cabin Faced West. We've read a bunch of books by her, and there's tons, but these are just a couple that I pulled out that kind of caught my eye as I was looking through all. So I hope that this review was helpful. It's always helpful for me to be able to kind of peek inside what a curriculum looks like up close before I commit a whole year to using something, or spending the money to buy something that I'm not sure if it's going to work for us. So I hope that this was helpful. My goal with doing videos like this is to show you, really an in-depth look and help you to try to picture your family using this in your own homeschool. So I hope that this was helpful to planning your next school year. And there are a ton of great books that your kids will enjoy reading in this. And so I know that we are going to enjoy this curriculum. So, all right, thanks for tuning in today, you guys. Have a great day.